Kia ora, I'm Parehuia Leilani Inari.
My name's Alai Malo Falefatu Inari. I'm a co-principal here alongside my wife Parehuia.
We are here at my secondary school that was established by my husband Falefatu Inari and myself with our board, and our school is called Pasifika Advanced Secondary School.
Yeah, we founded the school, helped found the school, and have been here since day one.
We're a charter school set up in 2015. We've just celebrated our 10th year.
PAS it's an act of resistance. It's we recognize we live under a system that wasn't built for us. It wasn't developed, and it wasn't, in its conception, there was no thought about our people. So it's a Eurocentric system.
The most important thing for the board was to break the bonds of oppression over our children. And education can be the oppression part, can't it? And so for these kids, they had experienced oppression in their previous schooling lives. And so, we had to be innovative around how kids would turn up to school, how we would treat them, and how we would also, do our lessons.
And so PAS is a reinterpretation of that system to a Polynesian-centric system, and we retranslate it for our kids and our families.
The intentional part for the board was that they instructed us to feed our kids 2 meals a day, and so we've done that for 10 years now with full-time cooks. And they instructed us to provide uniforms, and our children don't have to pay for anything. It's about giving them full access to education. We have washing machines and dryers so that if our kids need support in getting themselves clean and tidy for school, there's no barriers.
Mainstream schools, you're not allowed to hug the children. For us, we have to untrain that from our teachers. An example, one teacher took her 4 years before she could actually hug the kids, and 4 years before she could actually deal with the kids through her own culture. When she did that, her results climbed and her issues in the classroom declined.
This is our Pasifika value. We greet our kids and welcome them.
Come this way, come this way, come this way.
This one always run away.
Kim, you better have your TT here there, please.
What's yours?
In the morning, there's about 3 teachers at the gate and they're hugging. We try to enumerate it, and we find out one kid receives about maybe 30 hugs before he enters the classroom. End of the day, he's had about 50 hugs. That's one boy. He has no mum, and so not much hugging going on at home. They walk down the driveway, they open the door, and they smell hot food in the oven. They walk up the corridor into the hall, and they hear their language and their songs vibrating through the hallway.
So it's all about allowing them to engage in the environment first before getting to the most scary part of the day, which is getting into the classroom.
So all of this is AI, it's ancestral intelligence. It's 100% our heritage, it's 100% our superpowers. We're not roly-poly Polynesians. You know, we call for action and we call for excellence. So our kids achieve excellence in their assessments and in the academic regime. But we do focus on character and we focus on it from a values perspective.
Our core values of the kura are aroha or alofa, love and commitment, whakaute or whaaloalo, which is respect, manaki, tautua or service. And so those are our core values that align with our whānau of our community. And so when our children enter into PASS, you know, there's a seamless engagement, interaction between home and school.
We got kids here that no schools will touch. And you wouldn't notice them. You wouldn't know who they are if you came in and saw them. Like, violently, no school will touch because they've got violent issues. They come here, they're at peace. Yeah. It's a renowned spot for violence across the road. People who've been to school here previous years, it's a hot spot for violence. And the government, we plonked ourselves right in the middle of it. So it was, in our first few years, it wasn't strange to have me in the middle of about 60 to 100 kids and trying to get my kids out of a sticky situation.
For us, every journey is successful for our children.
So when the adult, when their love is flowing to the young person senses security, senses belonging, and senses care. Our kids can sniff it out when an adult doesn't care. But when they can sense that, they just become brainy, bro. They excel, they accelerate, they turn off a lot of the survival side and a lot of the insecurities, and they just land as a person who's wanting to improve themselves. And that intelligence is avaku au mai, to give and to take. Aroa atu, aroa mai. And when the flow of aloha is flowing freely and there's no blockages, healing happens. When the healing happens, accelerated learning happens.
Here at PASS, even though it is opposite to the Western standard of education, we find that through indigenous lens, our students exceed the national standard.